was a nurse at St. Mary Hospital. My dad was a supervisor at Fleischman's Yeast Company. We had a pretty great life. Better than most kids' lives at that time because I had two parents in the house. And my mom found out that, my dad was a homosexual. I was 2 years old. And so that's the last time that we had a family unit.
Okay, because your mom overheard your dad talking to one of his gay lovers basically on the phone, right?
Yes, my mom picked the telephone up in the kitchen. My dad was in the bedroom. And she overheard my dad talking sexual to another man on the phone, which was, like you say, his lover.
Okay. And then at that point, a fight broke out. And your dad essentially left the house.
Yeah, well, a fight ensued when my mom confronted my dad. Police were called. My dad went to jail. And that's the last night we spent together as a family.
Okay. Like after that, did you see your dad at all?
Maybe once a year. Not that often.
Okay, because he's still your dad. Regardless of what he does in his personal life, that's still your dad,
He's my dad. I always yearned for my dad's love, but, it just wasn't meant to be.
Because he was maybe embarrassed to come back around or that kind of thing?
Well, he would rather be with men than with his wife and children, so.
Well, you can be with a man and still have your kids. I mean, just because your wife, isn't there anymore, you still have 4 kids.
Yeah, of course. But, he was more interested in things outside of the home than what was inside of the home. So, like I say, that was our last night we spent together as a family, unfortunately.
Yep, that's too bad. Well, now you got a single mom raising 4 kids on her own after a very traumatic breakup with her husband. And she became an alcoholic after a while, right?
Yes, my mom became a functional alcoholic. Many nights I witnessed her go to work drunk. That's how she escaped and buried the pain by drinking. She overdid it on most days, but, she was still functional. She still went to work, paid the bills, took care of us.
Okay. Okay, so this is a W3. That's not good.
It's week 14 of the NFL. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields. After his last game, he's...
Up to this point, what was the big change that you saw? This has actually happened.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Giant defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. B.J. Ojulari, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task. Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times to interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Off play action, Fields. He's going to take another shot here. That is incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Second and 10. Fields now to throw. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
The throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Find what inspires you in a new Mazda from Eldorado Mazda and experience Florence 2020.
Send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
You'll see back there, again, it wasn't a lot of robbing.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
So you just pay him, but then if he clicks in the box. So that was the clicks in the box thing that they were doing back then. So that's the worst thing that could happen to you during that time. It was maybe 1 or 2 years later before they moved.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bears at 11-1 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter, but they're trying a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Back to throw, Fields. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
These two teams all tied after one. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage. But since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that. That's
cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Again, he'll drop to throw. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. There he goes, right side. And the way in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Bellinger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Play action. It's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
First of all, it's free to download the App Store and on Google Play. Then you go online.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. There's some space here.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a first down throw, Fields.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm like, this is not the part of moments that I remember. His overall...
The strong running. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. On play action, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
After that, well, I noticed the speech slurring thing. That's when you pointed it out. Everybody saw it.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's what the mark clip. It was really evident.
Here's Fields. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
There's no way that outsider can come into a black originated.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Jesus Christ.
Back at about the 37-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
I mean, it actually happens. I understand there's hot takes and everything else like that.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants going to take over again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
I think it's ridiculous to say something.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. They have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Able to push his way through. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. At that time, a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Alberto. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Steps away to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Fields going to hold on to it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields scoring on a 2-yard keeper. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. The Bears offense staying put, and Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A tackle made by J.T. Woods. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, plain and simple. That's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields on the move to his left. It's caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Bears have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York set to take the field.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We have played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. There was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Joey Bosa able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
And this one is right through.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try to protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Off play action. Fields
rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
a shotgun snap. Fields.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
10 more there and another 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Bears will add to their 4th quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Fields trying to throw for it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Giants now down by 9. 2:15 remaining. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Out route pass complete to Bellinger.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Now 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
He may go.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt it.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Gets this to Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
All three timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. All eyes on Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw. Fields. He's got his man on the crossing route. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just